Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to see all these people and see these beautiful faces. I'm Reverend Nancy Fuller. I'm the Vice President of Spiritual Unity Movement, and it's so obvious that we're in for a treat tonight with Martin Espino. Correct? I said it right? Yay! So I just want to tell you we are here tonight to receive and radiate spiritual energy at this time of the full moon. Like many, probably hundreds of thousands, millions of people tonight will be out looking at this beautiful full moon. So we'll talk more about that later, but about tonight's full moon. But I just want you to know that's why we gather at this time, because it's a very auspicious and powerful time of the month to gather and be with one another. So it's our opportunity to express our intentions towards healing our planet. This is the time when our efforts are so needed and appreciated. Every breath you take is an act of healing. Our mission here at Spiritual Unity Movement is to celebrate all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community meditation and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies and all of humanity with the life-transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are healing our planet from the inside. Aho. Later in the night, we'll have the opportunity, Martine will lead us into a 10-minute silent meditation, and Burl will make sure that I tell you that at this time is when we really come to that cosmic center within us, and we need at that time to send our love, our light, and our peace out to the entire world. So we know that we will be doing that tonight, sending that peace and knowing that peace may prevail on earth. Aho. So we want to get to Martine very quickly, but there are clipboards in the back. We can pass them around, but I know some of you have signed them tonight when you came in. If your name is not on our clipboard, your email address and your phone number, that's how we get a hold of you every month so that you know what night to show up here. So the full moon is never exactly on the same day or night. So we get you here. It's been Thursdays for months and months, so I was like, Monday? So here we are on a Monday night. So we make sure that you know in advance by the emails we send out, and we have a robocall that goes out, and our beautiful Dina will greet you and tell you all about the ceremony coming up. So we also have a prayer box in the back. Florence Riggs is our director of our healing ministries, so later if you yourself or someone you love or anyone, the planet, anyone you want to put in the prayer box, she has a lot of healers praying over these requests, so we would love you to do that. I think we are ready to do our opening ritual, so at this time I will ask Burl to come up.
Good evening. I ask that now that everyone turn off your cell phones, all the way off, even on vibrate mode. They will create a disturbance during the meditation, so please turn them off. We began our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother, Goddess, God, be with us here now. Hold this space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light, that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing, that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence, that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit. Unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know I am God. Acknowledging the Spirit is one and the paths to God are many, in our opening ritual we will honor the world's religions and the many names of God with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world, after which we will sound the Om. Om is an ancient sacred tone, a deepening. Sounding the Om allows an intoning of grace, balance, and empowerment. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances of this sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each on your own note, in your own time, in a continuing, free-form rhythm, creating a tapestry of healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God, Great Spirit, Divine Essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. Om. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao, Spirit arms us with love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. Om. In the sacred tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the Divine Mother loves, nurtures, and sustains all. Om. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai, Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and your neighbor as yourself. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. God is love. In the sacred tradition of First Nations people of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, you may now together say any additional names of divinity that you would like to invoke. And now for our opening meditation. Let everyone uncross your legs, feet on the floor. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. Take a long, deep breath in and out. And another, in and out. As you take another deep breath, relax and let go of the day. Let go of the people, the challenges, and just be. When you are ready, put your feeling attention into your heart center and relax. Imagine a bright, warm sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. The sun is releasing a pure white light. The light is floating down, filling your head, your neck. It floats across your shoulders, down your arms, out your hands, filling your torso. Your organs are enveloped in this pulsating, purifying light of the sun. As the sunlight flows through your body, through your legs, and out the bottoms of your feet, it washes away all impurities, all imperfections, all pain and disease, deep into the central core of the earth. Your body is filled with divine energy. Right now, you are whole, perfect, and complete. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand out through your auric field. As you continue to feel the perfection of your light body, Allow it to expand and fill this room with divine essence. Continue to expand your awareness and the divine essence outside this room. Imagine and intend that you are now blessing all of Los Angeles with this pure golden white light. Reach out to all of California, all of the U.S. Allow it to flow out across the globe, enveloping Mother Earth and all her beings with the pure design essence. The white light of perfection is now vibrating and pulsating, connecting all beings on the planet who gather with conscious intent to heal, balance, harmonize, and unify the islands of light. We have now set the vibrational tone for this ceremony, telling stories. Now slowly and gently bring your awareness back to the room and the present time. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. And now I believe I welcome Liz up to give us our spiritual message.
Thanks, Burl. Actually, I feel like the whole event is a spiritual message. This is just about the full moon. I don't know if you guys noticed it on the way in, but be sure to check it out on the way out because it is big, right? It's the biggest full moon that we've had this year. Obviously, the moon itself doesn't change size, but our perception of it does. So it's the first of 4 supermoons this year. Hang on. The rest are following in the next 3 months in order, all right? Today's full moon in Aquarius is undeniably the most electrifying lunar event of the year. As a super blue moon, its energy is magnified, and its exact square with Uranus, Aquarius's ruling planet, amplifies its disruptive and unpredictable nature. So I've been doing this a long time, and very rarely do they talk in sort of, I don't want to use the word negative terms, but in challenging terms, right? So the energy right now is super challenging. The sun sign of Leo, of which we're in right now, governs matters of the heart and tends to be joyful and optimistic. So there's your balance. Nearly all the planets, however, are locked in tense aspects, including Mercury retrograde until the 28th of this month, thus creating a sense of pressure. So you might be feeling a heightened sense of tension or resistance. This full moon pushes you to confront the areas where you've hesitated to make changes, urging you to take those necessary steps, even if they're uncomfortable. This full moon heightens independence, change, and individuality. The discomfort is a signal that something is ready to shift, all right? So trust your instincts, take the steps you've been avoiding. Aquarius, as the sign of community, all right, asks you to consider how you want to serve the world in a way that honors you as an individual. The full moon highlights your uniqueness, emphasizing that your greatest contribution to the greater good comes from daring to be authentically yourself. All right? Sharing your uniqueness is your greatest gift to humanity. There's power in standing in your truth, and this lunation is illuminating the ways you can do that in service to others. The tension you've been experiencing is a sign that you're on the brink of something new and fabulous, right? It's the time to listen closely to what your heart is telling you and to make choices that honor your true self. Self-love means accepting who you are completely and compassionately. Thank you.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Be careful with you. So I'm going to put my left foot forward. You can put your right foot forward. Shake it all about. Dina here. Hi.
Let's all stand for the Om
Lawrence.
Shanti chant.
So, as she was saying, there's a lot going on, and we don't need that to get way down in our bodies. So this is a nice body song. Let yourself feel your body. Let your body feel you feeling it. Have fun with it. And sing. Good way to release and accept and allow. And we accept peace here right now. Mind, heart, planet. Lawrence.
Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in the earth.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om.
Peace within my heart, God and only God is moving me.
Peace within my heart,
God and
only God I live to see. Peace within my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om.
peace within the earth.
Peace within the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth, God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om.
Hasn't it been fabulous already, right? Amazing. And we haven't even gotten to Martine, but we are right now. But real quick before that, I was a little remiss in the beginning, not to mention we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we do ask for donations of $20 if possible. We would never turn anyone away, but like Patrick likes to say, we take denominations of all sizes. And also for those online, Frank has put in the chat a link for you to donate. So thank you. So without further ado, I am going to very briefly, because I don't want to take up too much time, tell you about this fabulous man that we're about to experience. Martin Espino, a musician, teacher, master, instrument builder, and sound worker, using sound for beneficial well-being of ancient indigenous music from Mexico. He brings a virtual museum, exactly that, of visually exciting, exotic sounding, and unusual native instruments to his performances, workshops, and lectures. With over 48 years of experience, he is known as one of the pioneers and innovators of interactive music performance. It says, I motivate and guide my audiences into being instant musicians. Audience engagement transforms ordinary environments into inviting, sacred, and inclusive performance spaces. I think that's enough because I just want to get to that. Can we get to it right now? Without further ado, Martin Espino. You can tell them everything else you want to about who you are.
All I want to say is, take me to the bridge.
Fantastic.
Should I tell you a little bit about myself? Yes. It's a very strange, convoluted story, but I'll try to make it. Oh, I got effects on there. We don't? Oh, cool. I like it. You see, great to have a sound engineer. Yeah. Yeah. So, just basically, first of all, I'm a guy. Second one is I come from South Central LA. You might know Watts and Compton if you go north, and then right after Compton is a place called what do you call it? Florence. It's a district. So that's why I'm out there from the Florence, or as we call it, Florencia. The thing like that, you know, and I was never involved in any street gangs, and I knew guys, and I knew people that did that, but I was just never involved with it. And I always stayed home a lot. But basically, I went to Catholic school, right, not too far away from home, and probably somewhere around, I'll say, 8 or 9 years old, I started having. Well, I've always had dreams, very heavy spiritual dreams. And I knew there was something going on. I didn't know what it was. But when I was 8, 9, or 10, I started reading things like Edgar Cayce, and, you know, I was a little kid reading about this in the library and wondering, you know, why I was always dreaming about clear water, even until now. I'm always in clear water, I'm underwater, or I see fishes suspended and I'm looking around, or I'm flying through the air and I'm just running, and all of a sudden I pick up my feet and I'm flying over the trees and doing all kinds of things, and it just was always a beautiful feeling, you know. Then sometime I was around 11, I started picking up music, and I liked guitar, and so that's what I started doing. And sometime around there was a show on television. I'd come home and do my Bible study things, and my math and everything, and I stayed home, you know. I was always drawing. But I'm around 11, and I'd come home, do my work, and then I'd watch TV a little bit. And I'd always watch the cartoons, Bugs Bunny and everything like that, right? Soupy Sales, right? Yeah, Pookie and I are down. And let's see, what else? But there was one time I was watching some show, and the show ended, and I heard this thing going, Yanaki. The heck is that? And I don't know what it was to this day. I never looked it up. Apparently, it was some kind of yoga meditation show on Channel 28. When we didn't have those, we had those boxes that would get us other channels. My dad got it so we could watch shows from Mexico. That's what he wanted to. But that's when they picked up Channel 28, and it was in just very beginning. And they had this show called Yanaki, and they would never say anything. You know, they would sit there and they'd be like in the lotus position. And then I finally heard one where it was going like, relax your toes, relax your feet, and all the way up the body. And I tried doing it, You okay, honey? It's a heat. It's a heat, baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No. No, wow. Anybody call 911? Good, good. Thank you. Should I? Well, we can talk a little later, but here we go. Probably the heat. Probably the heat. I think I better not play. I don't know. Thank you. Didn't know what to say. That's. There you go. I thought you were going to keep playing your drum. I said, where'd he go? Dina just wanted to change the vibe a little bit. So are we okay? Is everybody all right? And it's easy to sustain that worry. That happens to me. I see that and I go, I'm still worried. It's like, but I can still be worried and still think, okay, they're taking care of her. She's all right. I can't do anything else. They're doing that thing. And it didn't look like it was that, like, I guess you could say, like, that bad, so to speak. Like something, I think the heat was getting to me the other day too, and I'm pretty strong on a whole lot of different things, and it was just I find myself taking a nap at 4 p.m. with the air conditioner on. I never did that, and I'm doing that like every other day. And it's like, but I wake up feeling great though. I don't know. Anyway, I just want to tell you real quick about myself. So that's what I do. That's where I'm from over there in that part of town. And I heard this yoga thing going on. I like doing it. And then they were like meditating and everything on this show, right? And I never thought about it. My mom and dad were old school Mexican, Catholics, and my mother would always be. I would be watching the show, and I'd be sitting there going like this and going, "What are they doing? That's cool. I dug it." My mother never. Now that I think of it, I gotta tell you, this is really interesting. My mother never came into the room going, "¿Qué es eso? What are you watching that for? What is that stuff?" Because some people get real strict; they don't know what it is, and it gets bad right away, And especially in our culture, And so she never did that. I thought about that, and I watched that show for a long time. And nobody ever, my mother said, Martin, what is it they're doing? She never asked me nothing. And then for some weird reason, I always thought, I didn't even bother to tell my friends what I was doing. Now that I thought of it, I thought, I never told anybody I was meditating. And I felt so good when I did it. But for something, and nothing was telling me, don't tell them because they might laugh at you. I didn't even have that thought. It was just something that felt so good. And I didn't think, oh, it's personal, my interpersonal thing, so I don't need to express it to anybody. I didn't even think that way either. I just thought, I dig this, I love doing it, and when I do it, I feel good, and then I just don't talk about it. I just didn't care. And I just kept doing it. And next thing I know, I found myself doing meditation in college and stuff like that, and it got me through difficult times. And I'm able to sit right here and I can just turn everything off. After all those years, I'm 69 now, so I got to do it more. But I've done it enough where I can shut things off completely, and I can go somewhere else. I can take myself anywhere I want to go whenever I want, and at the same time, I'm liking sound. And that's a time when you got Jimi Hendrix going, and I'm watching science fiction movies from like The Outer Limits and all these science soundtracks and alien spaceships and stuff like that, and reading about dreams. And I thanked my brother. I said, bro, thank you for getting me into sci-fi. It wasn't me. And I'm going, what? Because it wasn't me. Because Mom's the one that did that. Because Mom never liked that such as no. Mom liked the horror and the suspense, like the Thin Man and the Whispering and the Whisperer, and and all those old ones, but she's the one that got me into that, and I got into sci-fi, and that's how I got. So now I'm like a sci-fi nut, and I love all these cosmic things and these weird sounds. So when I heard Hendrix, that didn't sound anything different than Forbidden Planet, And with that all electronic score. I don't know if you know anything about that. It's the only movie that has an all electronic score. Bebe and Louis Bebel, whether his name was Baron, and The Outer Limits came on with making animal sounds with running tiger sounds, putting them backward through a vacuum cleaner, and that's how they made their monster sounds, And I was just fascinated with what they call Foley, and which got me into all these instruments. So I have instruments that do the Foley. All these things like that. And so I started just liking sound. It was okay to hear sound. And so I had the Hendrix, I had the science fiction going on, and then I'm learning to play music. And I was learning right there that all these sounds are just weird to teach for other people, but I really liked them. I was really becoming to have a taste in my ear for things. And I was at a point where I had to go, I have to hear something new all the time. So I started hearing more noisy things, and I'm into noise. I like noise. I've done concerts. They said, Martin, can you just play noise for 3 hours? I go, sure. And I did, yeah. And I did a noise bath. Yeah, they had it was the AVA experimental music thing in San Pedro, and they call it Sound Pedro. And every year since 2017, I write a new piece based on sound and because I studied neuroscience, how sound affects. So I did nothing but white noise sounds. You know what white noise does to you, right? It relaxes you. And one of the reasons that neuroscience explains it is that when we hear it, we go back into a primal state of being because we heard white noise. We heard the mother's bloodstream. That's what it sounds like when you're in a liquid environment and sound is being amplified. And so you hear shh. So that's when I do this. I go. I don't play it like this. I could play it like this. Because some people have said, Martin, do you have that Aztec death whistle? No, there's no such thing. It's how you play it. Like, is there a death guitar? Is there a lullaby guitar? No, it's the same instrument. It's how you play it. So the original name is Ehekat, solar wind, not death whistle. One of my friends coined that, and I blamed him for it. And because he made a specific one that sounded like somebody screaming. And after that, I took off. But because of all that, when I was digging all those sounds, and then I started hearing some of these things on records, on folklore records, and I started thinking, wow, those sound like those electronic things I listened to. And it didn't sound weird to me. And it kind of like invited me to come learn more about us. You know, like to me, this is not out of tune. I mean, I remember 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I was playing these, and some people say, oh, these are out of tune. And I go, no, you're out of tune. And you listen to this, da 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 da, with all the notes totally equal and sterilized. And these notes are the same thing, but they're not equal. And when you play these microtonal scale instruments, they affect people. And when I play guitar, and I go, they go, Martin, you have some Pat Metheny in there. What kind of equipment do you use? No, they don't say anything about their emotion. They go, I feel pretty good when I hear it. And then I go somewhere, I do a concert, and I do this. I'm going to play 3 notes. And I get people going, wow, I feel something. And I go, what's going on? How come this plays 3 notes and I play 300 notes on my guitar and I'm fast and what kind of equipment I use and I sound like so-and-so and I play this and all of a sudden people are going, I feel like I'm somewhere else. I go, something's going on with these instruments. Something's happening. So there's a lot of study behind them, and they have the same effect as the crystal, bell things and the temple bells, and they all emit frequencies that cause us to relax. So just don't think that they're the only instruments that do that. There's instruments in all of your different cultures, which is why I try to get people to be unified about that. We all have instruments in our cultures that will do these things. Some more because it's part of their religious practice. Like in the East, a lot of concentration and meditation and deep spiritual thought, and you don't find that in a lot of other countries sometimes. In Mexico, apparently, we did have some things like this, because what can you do? You can't play a song with this. So they used it for something. You can't play a song with this one because it's so crisscrossed with other notes. You get tone clusters. Watch. This is a copy of a 750 AD instrument. The heck did they do with that? What were they doing? They were doing something, And so anyway, I want to play these for you and just have a good time. And can we get our effects back there? But so you see what I'm saying? I made the connection from the meditation that calmed me, my nerves down, my body down, whatever. I somehow liked it. It's part of my life. And also listening to sounds that are just a little different, which led me into like the electronic, the Hendrix, and led me to appreciate the instruments of my culture. They're not out of tune. They're cool. Like I said, I remember playing these and people didn't like them. And all of a sudden, I'm cool. You know? And they go, well, why do I do that? Because people are paying me to go to museums and flying me across the world to go play somewhere at a festival. To hear the instruments that no one liked 30 years ago. All of a sudden, we're okay. I thank a lot of that for soundtracks. Disney had a lot to do with it because when they had Arabic, was it Aladdin? You heard they were employing musicians that played Arabic instruments. And when they did the other ones, they started getting instruments from those specific countries. Back in the day, now as a musician, you might know this. Back in the day as a musician, this is what I heard as a musician. I'd be watching some movie about Vietnam in the jungle. And instead of using Vietnamese instruments, they were using South American panpipes. And I heard, what is this? They're in the middle of the Burmese jungle and there's these Brazilian and Bolivian panpipes. And that's when I learned that composers are going, well, just put that sounds ethnic, Frank, just put that in there. Yeah, any old thing. And now we know what to do. So I'll end with this. I had received a phone call about 2 years ago from some guys. They go, we're not Mexicans, Martina. We're doing a movie called The Old Ways. And we just want to let you know that we don't want to use any synthesizers or any sounds. We don't want to get somebody who's not from your culture. We understand that you play these things in some of your instruments. We know that they can make melodic and pretty sounds, and they can also make scary and weird sounds. And I said, yeah. And I can do a lot of Foley and sound effects because from all those years of hearing weird things. Noise, no problem, I don't care. Do things in my voice. Martin, can you do it a little harder? And I get, I'm on a soundtrack. It's cool, And there were some people specifically looking for me, and these guys were. So I did the soundtracks called The Old Ways. It's on Netflix right now. And so when you hear anything weird, you go, I know that guy. Yeah. And you'll hear me on there. You won't see me, you'll hear me. I did the monster's voice too. So with that, I want to show you all the beautiful things I can do with these. I had another plan for you tonight, but it didn't happen. There was a bad technical thing that happened. So you're going to hear me playing live. Ya vamos. And let me invite you into this world of sound. These things that I hear every day. I play them all the time. And I can't get enough of them. And feel free to close your eyes, and if you wander into sleep, that is beautiful. Don't feel bad about that.
서서다이 기지로 인반이미 서서다기 기지로 인반이미 서서다기 기지로 인반이미 서다기 이기지로 인반이미 서다기 이기지로 인반이미 소소다기 기지루 인반이미 소소다기 기지루 인반이미 예예야라 오마호비 호마야 소소다기 기지루 인간이미 사사다기 기지루 인간이미 소다기 기지루 인간이미 에웨 에웨야 에로웨 에웨야 오야 에웨
Asukamati. Thank you. Welcome back, if you will. So, when I do a rhythm, like you heard me doing a rhythm right now, dun, 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 your brain goes, uh-oh, I know where the next beat is. Hit dun, dun, then I started messing with it, dun, 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 taking it apart. So when I do that, I start waking up your mind start calculating when's the next rhythm, and that's how it was taking you out of it. And then I pay high pitches, cause the hearing system to go into not alarm, but more like, hey, what's that? I gotta listen. So that's what I use when I do a meditation, bring us out with high pitches and a little bit of a rhythm. And during the whole time they're playing a lot of things slow with no pulse. A pulse is this. Some people call it the beat. Theoretically, it's called the pulse. So when you take the pulse away, let me just show you something real quick, okay? Feel the pulse? I'm gonna take the pulse out, and I'm gonna spread the notes out. Can't feel the pulse anymore. That causes your brain to go, whoa, what do we do? Relax. So I was playing little things on your mind, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you for going with me. It means a lot for me to share this intimate part. I don't usually get to play solo like this, and it's really fun. I usually playing with dancers and the drummers and everything, and so it's fun. I've been doing this more and more and more and having more fun with it. But I just want to bless you with that, and just remember you have your own sounds and in your own cultures, and look for them and find out what they are, And there's a great book on sound called The Power of Sound. Joshua Leeds, but if you forget the author, just look up Power of Sound. Very well written, very well easy to read for guys like me. And it says a lot of good stuff, good sounds, and how bad sounds can also not be good for you too. So I tried to do you the best sounds I could. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it.
Let's keep hearing it for a moment. Wasn't that fabulous? I just want, give him some more applause. More love, more love, more love. That was incorporated our beautiful silent meditation that we do, our world healing meditation. And I think all of us felt that we got to that place of peace and calm, and we're sending it out to the world. And I just want to thank you again for the presence here tonight with our little medical emergency. I think it was handled so beautifully by all of us, and we are knowing that she is right and perfect and whole and complete right here, right now. So, and we'll follow up with her. But right now, in order to start concluding our evening, if you will turn to the closing invocation inside of your bulletin, and we'll read it together. Father, Mother, God, and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred space and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here tonight out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day. So it is. Again, we can't thank you enough, Martine, for bringing all these beautiful instruments. Can you put this headdress on? Is that a headdress? Do you wear it? Just for a minute, just to see it on you.
Actually, my my friend Yasmin de la Torre, she's only 29, and she's like a really funny girl. And she wants to do all these spiritual things, right? So she's coming over to the house. She goes, Martin, teach me how to do this. She goes, you know what? Make me, because she's a fashion designer, make me an outfit, and I'll teach you how to make instruments. So I'm teaching her how to make rain sticks and tepelnazis and trumpets, and she's you'll see her at some point. But I made this one. This is from the Dresden Codex. It's one of the 3 books that were left, and I copied it. It's made out of paper that you mold. 'Cause they made them out of paper. Yeah. Tree bark, right? And the colors are all paints that I make. I make them traditional paints. So that's yellow ochre, white. Yellow ochre is the rock, and you smash it and mix it with cactus juice and cal, and then the same thing with chalk, which is white, and the black, which is burnt wood, and the purple that's up around here are little bugs. You've seen cactuses with white dots on them. Yes. Those are the little cochinilla bugs eating them. If you smash it, they turn magenta. So that's what I have bug blood all over me. But how they got red in the ancient days when the Spaniards got to Mexico, they go, where did you get your red? Because we're running out. And they were abusing their source. And they found that we had it in a little bug that was eating the cactus plants. And so, yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Someone
Thank
say
you for
Matthew,
showing
yeah.
us that. If you're here for the first time tonight, and I think we do have some new people, would you stand? We have some welcome packets that we're going to bring to you. Also, just know that we are an all-volunteer board. So we have been doing this for a very long time, so 15, 20 plus years. And so the donations, that we're a nonprofit, the donations are very important. We pay CSL Granada Hills rent to be here in the evening. We like to give our fabulous speakers and musicians an honorarium. We have, bills to pay like everyone, insurance and many other things. So thank you for whatever donation you can give to us tonight and also online. Next month, we are on Tuesday, September 17th, we are having Reverend Jay Willick, who many of us know and love, and to speak for us, and our musicians will be Andrea Lane and her husband, Billy Shanks. So we're going to have a fabulous full moon next month. You'll get the emails and you'll get the calls, so I know everyone will want to come right back here in a month, and we'll do it again. Yes, Grace? Oh, and Martine has his business cards right here, and you can take one. All right, I think it's time to have Burl come back up, and he will do our final closing ritual. Thank you, everyone.
We can gather out in the center. As we come to the close of our full moon ceremony this evening, let us take a moment to savor the centered focus of healing energy we have generated here together. Remember, as you let your own light shine, you simultaneously give other people the permission to do the same. Clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light, a being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance of our global future. Know that at a certain point, one grain of sand can tip those scales. You in this very moment may be that grain of sand. I would like to invite the candle lighters to come forward, and everybody else gather in a circle. And let us embody the spiritual power that has been generated and received from the forces of light that guide this service. Let us focus that energy into the group center, allowing it to rise up and pour this blessing out into our world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. We will sound an extended free-form Om. As the sacred tone pours through you, Feel yourself participating, drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself and sending it out into your life, into our world. As we sound the Om, let us consciously extend our blessing to the planetary life, Mother Earth, including the animals, the trees, the air and water, as well as to all those who are in need of healing. For those who would like to include in this healing circle, we speak their names together, silently or audibly, now. And with power, love, and intelligence, let us send out the healing energy to transform the consciousness of humankind. Namaste. Blessings and good night. Namaste, namaste. You are breathing me. Namaste, namaste. I'm using you. Namaste, namaste. I'm using you. Namaste.